Berlin means so much to me. Berlin is a great city, friendly people, fantastic people.
Und ja, ich bin ein Berliner heute.
A Berliner and a passionate cook. In his restaurant Pan Africa, Frank Anyangbe has been living out his culinary dream since 2012. He calls his concept Cross Africa because he serves dishes not only from his home country Nigeria, but also from other very different parts of Africa.
Nigeria is a big country in Africa and well known. But we wanted to present other sides and cultures of Africa, dishes from Kenya and the East. Our goal is not only to cook for Africans or Christians. We also get Muslim guests because our meat is halal. And of course, we also have vegan and vegetarian customers and cater to them all.
Assembling a mix, that's also the concept Frank applied to the interior. He drew inspiration from different regions of Africa. One wall, for instance, is covered with textiles in patterns typical of Ghana, Nigeria, Egypt, and other countries. Frank was born in Benin City, Nigeria in 1976. 23 years later, he moved to the Ukrainian capital Kiev to study business management. In 2001, he joined his brother in Berlin. He took the opportunity to retrain. After that, Frank Anyangbe opened a catering business. And then, a little while later, his own restaurant, Pan Africa.
Food has a lot to do with identity. As an African, I serve my kind of food. That's already 100% identity. For example, we were hiring, and an Italian applied for a job. But I said, not in the kitchen. He can work here in the front, but not in the kitchen. Because the kitchen, the food, that's my identity.
Das Essen ist meine Identität.
Egusi is a traditional West African stew and the national dish of Nigeria. It can be made with various kinds of meat, with fish, or in a vegetarian variation. Ground melon seeds, called Egusi, lend the dish its name and give it a slightly nutty flavor. They can be bought in African grocery stores or substituted with pumpkin seeds. The dish is thickened with the Egusi mush, making it easier to eat, because in Nigeria, people traditionally eat with their hands. As a side dish, Frank Anyangbe serves fufu, a paste made from yams.
When I cook or eat egusi, I always remember how, when I was small, my mother gave me the nickname Mewan Seko. That means I'm not full yet. I want more, because the sauce is so delicious and I don't want to stop.
Und ich möchte nicht aufhören.
Frank lives with his family in the southern neighborhood of Neukölln. The district's oldest buildings can be found on the square Richardplatz. Until 1912, Neukölln was named Rixdorf. In the 18th century, it was also known as a Bohemian village, because so many refugees from Bohemia lived there. Today, the structures here have listed building status. The former Bohemian community's cemetery is located right across the street from Frank's restaurant, Pan Africa.
Damals meine Frau hat mir gesagt, hey, mach etwas.
3, 4 or 5 years ago, my wife said I should open up something in Neukölln. I said no. But suddenly, Neukölln was just booming. What's really wonderful in Neukölln is that when you go out on the street, you'll hear French. And on the other side of the street, someone speaking Spanish or English. Berlin, Neukölln is really colorful, and I like it that way.
Berlin Neukölln ist richtig bunt. So gefällt mir.
As a teenager, Frank Anyangbe used to cook for his parents and 7 siblings. He has a knack for whipping up scrumptious meals from just a few ingredients, and since then has enjoyed honing his culinary skills.
Today, I prepared Nigerian special meal, Egusi soup with spinach. I hope you will like it. Have a nice meal.